Today, from Paul Brown Stadium in Cincinnati, this is the NFL on EA Sports.
Well, I tell you what, we have an absolutely perfect Midwestern afternoon for football, and EA Sports brings you coverage of the NFL from Paul Brown Stadium in Cincinnati. Set to go now on a beautiful sunny afternoon. And we are underway from Cincinnati. Fielded just outside the goal line. And out a little across the 25 to the 27.
Take over first and
so here's the Charger offense making their way out. And at quarterback from the University of Oregon, it's Justin Herbert.
And I liked what his head coach told us about him this week, that no matter what happens, whether he throws 7 interceptions or 7 touchdown passes, he's the same assertive leader in the huddle on each and every play. He can throw the 7 interceptions, just blame the football, blame anything else, and still carry himself like he is the man.
It's like you, assertive in our production meetings.
Well, especially when we're talking about ordering dinner, ordering some snacks.
I was just going to say.
That's where I go.
On first down, it's Herbert. And incomplete to open things up.
A lot of times it's that first read that you have. Maybe you get it in pre-snap. He locked in on his target, but he was covered quite well, and that one's incomplete.
Second and 10 now from the 27. Throwing again. Herbert. Oh, look at that.
Oh, look at him turn.
He'll get this to Eckler. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3.
Oh, I came to my feet on that one. I thought he was getting close to breaking that one big, but in the end, give some credit to the defense, finding a way to get to him and forcing a 3rd down.
Third play of this opening drive as they're looking at a 3rd and 3. Out of the gun, Herbert. Being chased out left. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. Big yardage there on the scramble. It gets him a first down.
It's a gain of 20.
That's something you have to be aware of as a defense and have to find a way to account for him. And if you're not going to use a spy, you're telling your guys to keep your eyes on him, because when he breaks out and makes plays like that, all he does is hurt you.
Have to at least be able to contain him somewhat. There they could not. So they'll come up in Bengals territory now with a 1st and 10 at the 41. A shotgun snap for Herbert. And he'll find Everett there, complete. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. 3 yards the gain there, 2nd down.
One of the things you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Here's Herbert now on 2nd down. That's complete to the tight end, Everett. And he's able to break out of one tackle, but then quickly brought down.
I know exactly what's going to be said about that play from the defensive perspective.
What's that?
That's why I tell all you guys we need more than one tackler to the ball. He broke the first tackle. Luckily enough, there were more people there to get him down. Boy, no chance as he was met and dropped behind the line there.
That'll make it 4th down after a loss of 1.
I like the idea to mix it up from time to time because, let's face it, you can't be predictable. But the execution was a little lacking on this one, right? They might want to go back to the drawing board with that call.
Here's Dustin Hopkins now to try the field goal. From the left hash, this will be a 52-yard attempt. And this is right down the middle as he puts it through. And the Chargers grab themselves a 3-0 lead.
Chargers 3, Bengals nothing.
Had just the one big play on the drive, but that was enough to put him in field goal range.
Yeah, one big play of what they hope will be many others throughout the game. Every team has a different target for the number of plays like that, those explosives that we talk about. That allowed them to put points on the board on that drive. Let's see how the rest of the game goes.
Following the made field goal for 3, Hopkins now to kick it off. Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And they'll get him down right at the 25-yard line, so the same result, and he opted for the touchback. Here come the Bengals now to take over. And a glance here at their quarterback standing 6'3".
What I enjoyed this week is that you asked to talk to his offensive center before the game and find out a little bit more about him and what the relationship is. And that was a pretty positive story, wasn't it?
Yeah, and really what I took away from that is just how it has permeated throughout the entire offensive line, the relationship they've had. It's really a group that's in sync.
They care about him. That's the thing. They really care. And when you care that much, you're going to play that much harder for him and give him a better chance to lead the team to wins.
They'll try and start this drive in the air. Forced out to his left. He's going to take off with it. A nifty bit of scrambling there. 12 yards, first down.
Cincinnati Bengals.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the third one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. Rolling to his right. Now he'll pull it down. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. Able to make something out of nothing there. 17 yards and a first down.
Containing him is becoming a big problem. We've already seen this once earlier in this drive.
Yeah, and so now 2 times this has happened. Do you adjust something?
Yeah, I think you do. I think you got to start thinking about your rush lanes. Try not to either get too wide or too narrow. Make sure someone is there waiting for him to take off.
So from Charger territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 46. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. Sliding out of the pocket. And a loose football. And picked up by the Chargers. And they have possession, and they have it at the 38-yard line.
Fumble on the play.
You think about it, Charles, this is not a quarterback that's used to running the football a lot. In that time, he was loose with it, had it knocked free.
He always has to think to himself that there's always going to be traffic around because of what you just said. Not that elusive, not going to get into the open field very often. Remember, he's not Lamar Jackson, not Michael Vick back in the day. Always has to protect the football because there's always going to be people around.
Herbert and the Chargers now with a 1st and 10 at their 38. And shedding through the tackle. And he'll go out of bounds. It appears right at the 45. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
And a lot of times these plays, they either go for nothing or they go for big yardage. And here, they got to the outside, turned it upfield, and ended up getting a nice little gain out of it.
On second down, here's Herbert. And that'll be incomplete. Austin Eckler, the intended target. And it's 3rd and 4.
It certainly didn't appear that that's where he wanted to go with the ball initially, so he tried to get something out of it by dumping it off to his running back unsuccessfully.
Now they face a 3rd down and 4 after that incompletion on second down. Back to throw here, Herbert. On the screen, this is Eckler. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. It'll go as a gain of 11 and a Charger first.
But I think when they look at their offense, they think to themselves, weapons, weapons everywhere, and they want to move the ball around. They want to spread it to different people. But you absolutely know they want to get this man involved as well, and that's what they just did on that play.
Herbert setting up to throw on first down. Looking middle, and it's incomplete. Mike Williams, the intended target, but it's going to be second down.
From the snap, he certainly looked like he knew where he wanted to go with the ball, but surprise, that guy was covered. So that took his attention elsewhere to no avail.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. To throw again, Herbert. Out left, he's got it to Everett. And he'll go down here at the 35-yard line. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1.
Let's not quibble about the gain there on second down. That was a positive play because that was a take-what-you-can-get situation. Got out to the tight end. Now it gives them much better opportunity to convert on 3rd down.
Came up a little short on the last pass play. They did get 9 yards out of it, leaving him with his 3rd and 1. And unable to connect. If he had caught it, it would have been a first down. Instead, it's 4th.
They went with the dime look that time on defense, just flooded the field with defensive backs, blanketed everyone, took away all the passing angles, thus the incompletion.
Would have been right at about a 52-yard field goal try, but no, they are going to go for this thing on 4th down. And Allen's got it. And he picks up the first before he's taken down at the 29. Well, we kind of looked at each other as they decided to go for it, but in the end, great execution, a 6-yard gain, and it all works out. They had to settle for 3 last drive, hoping this second go-around ends in 6. In good position, 1st and 10. He dumps it to Eckler underneath. And he's got the first down here and then some, but a penalty flag down. This could very well be coming back. So a decent gain, but all for naught on the penalty.
It's too bad, isn't it? They were feeling pretty good about it. The only people celebrating? The guys who just gave up that play.
They're backed up here with a 1st and 20 now after the holding penalty. To the air again, Herbert. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And he'll be brought down, losing yardage back at the 40. The completion, but they go in the wrong direction. A loss of yards, and now they're dealing with a 2nd and long.
You know what the key to a good screen pass is, don't you?
Bet you're going to tell me good blocking?
Well, good blocking eventually. But first, it's good acting. You want to let the defenders go past you leak out to whichever side or even in the middle where you want to set up the screen, and then you do your blocking. How about the read, though, by the defensive guys? They weren't fooled at all and actually ran with the lineman to where the play was and smothered it for a loss of yardage.
Again, Herbert. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. It'll be a pickup of 8 on the screen, and it sets up a 3rd down.
For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass. Looked like it was coming together. Looked like there was an opening. Still, ended up with a solid game.
And a nickel look here for the Bengals as they try to defend this on 3rd. Herbert back to the air. Now they go screen. It's complete. And he'll go down here right around the 23-yard line. A gain of 9, not enough, and it's 4th down. Instead of throwing it downfield, Charles, they just tried to dump it underneath there. You like the call?
I do. I think it's a high-percentage play because you get the completion, and what you're counting on is your back to use his legs and his elusiveness to make people miss and pick up the 1st down. In this case, it didn't happen.
So out comes a field goal team now for the 2nd time here today. He hit his first, this one from 40 yards out. Hopkins' kick is good. And that'll make it 6-0 here in the 1st.
Chargers 6, Bengals nothing.
So the field goal there caps what winds up to be an 11-play drive.
Well, partner, that's a lot of offense to run there to only get 3 points. So I just wonder, are they going to recycle those plays because they were successful in getting 3? Or do you go to another section of the playbook trying to find ones that get you into the end zone and get you 6?
Following the made field goal for 3, Hopkins now to kick it off. And this carries into the end zone. And Wilson is perfectly content to bring this out to the 25, a touchback. Cincinnati coming back onto the field here for their 2nd drive. And last time the turnover on the fumble, and they were in enemy territory, so that had to be very frustrating. Down on the scoreboard here, can't do it again.
You nailed every part of what was frustrating. Down on the scoreboard, had a drive going, had pushed it past the 50-yard line, so they thought they were in striking distance, and to come away with nothing, not a good feeling at all, to put it mildly. Now they can't afford to do that again.
Yeah, now can they get that bad taste out of their mouth here? And he's upended at the 33, following a good pickup of 8.
Wide receiver, the ball.
The success there, Charles, coming on the outside of the field, the ground game. Curious to see if that continues as we progress.
Yeah, we often talk about a variety in play calling, and usually between run and pass. But in this case, with strictly the run game, you can be creative there as well. Run it inside, run it outside, keep the defense off balance.
Nothing our score after 1.
With the score, Chargers 6, Bengals nothing.
Here's a 2nd and 2 now from the 33. And now a fumble. The ball's out. And this is recovered by the Chargers.
The pass. Fumble on the play.
Whenever I see a team turn it over on back-to-back drives, fumbles on their last 2, I know one person's blood pressure who is starting to rise, and that's the head coach.
Absolutely. And when's it going to go down? When they stop fumbling?
When they stop fumbling and after he's assessed the game film, and only if they manage to win the game.
And this is one of those bang-bang plays, Charles. Did the knee hit first or did the ball come out first?
This is where you need that 20/20 eyesight, don't you, Brandon? You've got to see which one happened first. If the knee hit the ground, then they will keep possession.
After review of the play, the ruling on the field is reversed.
The Bengals drive about to get going. And last time they coughed it up, led to a field goal. They're fortunate that it only led to a field goal, but still, they're not happy about it.
Could you sense the relief, though, when they only gave up the field goal? And they were able to trot back out on the field and start this drive. A little more pep in their step because they didn't cost their team a touchdown. But they know they've got to do it a lot better than they did on the last possession.
The coach will just be relieved, though, if they recoup with a score here, right?
I think the coach will be ecstatic to see them pick themselves back up and now take it downfield and punch in the end zone without turning it over.
Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. Stepping up, he's going to keep it. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. Second and right at a yard.
Now that was not a bad scramble there on first down. He didn't force it, nor did he throw it away. He was able to take off, and now he made it a very manageable second and short.
And he'll be brought down, losing yardage back at the 40. That's going to go down as a loss of 5, and it brings up third down.
This defense has really flown around in the first half. They've gotten to the ball carrier before they can really get started. Offense got to come up with something else in order to try and get this running game going.
The first down line at the 34 here on third down.
Mike's 50, Mike's 50.
Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. He'll drop this one down to Mixon. Mixon hit, and all the ball is out. And picked up by the Chargers. And the return here is stopped at the 35-yard line.
Recovered by the Chargers.
All fumbles are costly, but that one really hurts because he had the first down.
Yeah, that's all he needed, right? But the problem is we coach these guys to try and get more, but that doesn't count if you don't bring the ball with you, does it?
L.A. set to take over again on offense. And their 2 drives thus far both led to points, albeit both field goals, so the lead just 6-0, but the ability to move the ball is evident.
Well, that's, heartening, as they say, but it's not what they're about. What they're about is putting the ball in the end zone and putting 6s on the board. So if you're the offensive coordinator, you like what you're doing, but you don't love it. You've got to find a way to ring that bell. Then you can have a little self-satisfied grin. Right now, a little more determination is needed.
He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
Well, I think after that run, the defense is getting back in the huddle and looking at each other and maybe starting to question their confidence a bit. They gave up a significant run, 6 yards, and now you're saying to yourself, how do we stop them, and do I have enough confidence to make a play?
Justin Herbert looking to throw on 2nd down. Throw right side is into the hands of his tight end, Everett. And he'll get it into enemy territory just across midfield at the 49. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
When an offense reads blitz, doesn't matter where it's coming from, tight ends know that they become a big part of the passing game because they should be an easy outlet when all those extra bodies are trying to get to the quarterback. A hot route, so to speak.
And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2.
Wide receiver. He was brought down by Von Bell. It's a gain of 8. Brings up 2nd and 2 at the 41-yard line.
Ahead of the chains now, 2nd and 2. And he'll only get a yard to bring up 3rd and 1.
That's a nice job there defensively, being able to diagnose that little touch pass. They saw it coming, converged on him before he could get much out of it.
The Chargers on 3rd down, 2 for 5 to this point. They're up against a 3rd and 1 situation. Herbert throwing again. Throwing right, and that's complete. And he will be very close to a 1st down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means 4th down. They stopped him shy of the marker, thought they were bringing up 4th down, and then that penalty.
Let's face it, they thought they had bent, but could absorb that, right? Instead, they broke as a result of their own penalty.
A bad time for a roughing penalty, and they get the gift of a 1st and 10. And they'll get this down to the 10. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another 1st. Just a simple tap pass, but it pays off in a big way.
And sometimes the simple stuff causes the most problems for a defense because there's a breakdown in communication there. When that receiver goes behind the line of scrimmage and it looks like he's going in motion, someone either has to go with him or he has to be passed off to another defender. Somehow they didn't get that communicated well, and it turned in.
And this is caught. He's got it. Touchdown, L.A.
Number 5.
From 10 yards out. And the Chargers are going to add on to their lead. There was a lot of zip on that pass, and baseball might have called that a frozen rope.
I like it when you bring the diamond into the game. I'm going back to the gridiron. Had some heat on that bad boy. Sometimes you throw a touchdown pass, and sometimes
you throw, what, a touchdown strike?
There you go. That's my man, in concert.
Dustin Hopkins on now to add the extra point. And he's got it to make it now 13-0. That time a 6-play drive. And it ends with the Chargers getting into the end zone.
Bengals nothing.
Following the touchdown, Dustin Hopkins will kick it away. Now it's Wilson. And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27.
The Bengals take over 1st and 10.
Now out comes their leader and the captain of this offense back onto the field. And he's been fun to watch run the football. We know he can pass, but using his legs effectively here in this one.
No doubt about it. Watch him maneuver in the pocket, out of the pocket, making the plays that he's making, which are breaking down the defense. I thought back to when we had our morning jog before the game, and I couldn't keep up with you. Those legs, they're valuable for his team.
The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. And they had the fumble last time that led to a touchdown. That's a no-no. We'll see what they do here this go-around.
A big no-no. Put that in capital letters. Turning it over, the other team takes it down and scores. That can be a deflator for a football team. Now it's up to the offense to get back out on the field and pick things up.
Now, if they're out there, we'll see if they can pick those things back up. One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. Stepping up, he's going to keep it. A nice job there on the escape and scramble. A first down, a 16-yard gain.
Man, defensively, that hurts. They got him out of his rhythm. They had him hemmed in, but somehow he was able to tuck it away and get away for a gain.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. They'll set up a throw. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 35. And they take possession of the football and have it at the 36-yard line. Coming up at halftime in a little less than 2 minutes, we'll send you to Orlando where Jonathan Coachman is standing by. He'll have highlights and analysis of this first half. Now he dumps this off over the middle, and he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. Good work after the catch, gets him 15 and a first down. Right after the turnover, they come out throwing.
And that means it's a sudden change situation. We used to practice it on defense. Sudden change, get out there, stop the offense. But you typically run out there a little bit unsettled. I think that's why he came right out throwing the football, hoping to catch him off balance.
And he did. On 1st and 10, Herbert. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
We know it's not an easy job to go out and catch passes when people are trying to tackle you and knock the ball away. But the bottom line is, that's a pass he's got to have and a pass he should have caught.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Throwing again, Herbert. And time finally runs out. He can't get rid of the football, and he's taken down.
Was it a breakdown in protection? Did the running back not pick him up? What does it really matter? Sometimes it's just a great play made by the defense. Big-time sack.
Nickel look now for the Bengals as they try to stop him here on 3rd down. From the shotgun, here's Herbert. Now he's flushed out left. And he'll get it inside the 40 to the 39. They wind up getting 16, but even that's not quite enough. It's 4th down.
Partner, as a quarterback, sometimes you just got to know when the clock has gone off in your head, it's time to go. Tuck it and get all you can.
Fourth down, and on is Ty Long to punt. And they'll play keep away from the returner as this one will be marked out of bounds at the 13-yard line. Pretty good spot. So we've reached the intermission in what right now is a 13-point game as we send you down to Orlando where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
All right, Brandon, thanks very much. Welcome, everybody, to our abbreviated version of the EA Sports Halftime Report. We saw a strong first half from our quarterback. His guys have the lead as we'll hand it back over to our commentators, Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. The Bengals with work to do in this third quarter, but they'll get the football first as we are back underway. And a decent return out to the 27-yard line.
The Bengals take over first and 10 at their own 27.
The Bengal offense now with a football first here to begin quarter number 3. And the interception last time on the opponent's side of the field, certainly not what they wanted.
Put it mildly, that is so frustrating because that signifies there's a drive going on. You're in good spot. Great place to run some of your best offense. Instead, they turn the ball over.
Yeah, turned the ball over last time. See if they can avoid doing it here. They'll come out throwing here on first down. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. Complete. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up second down.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication, and as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
No yardage to speak of whatsoever. Leads to a third down.
That's a nice job defensively to make sure everyone was accounted for, because ordinarily you pick up the guys downfield and sometimes you forget about the running back. In this case, they did not and dropped him for no gain.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. They'll look to throw here. Chargers able to get the pressure and bring him down. The former number 3 pick, Joey Bosa, bringing the lumber that time. Great job defensively. I think he was trying to go through his progressions, find someone to get rid of the football. Before he knew it, he was on his back.
So that just brings us right back to what you said in the beginning. A great job defensively. Nowhere to go with the football. That led to the sack.
Here's Kevin Huber now as he's on a punt for the first time this afternoon. And taken right on the 30. So a good punt there, but a nice return of 11 yards. And it'll be Charger football here as they take over. Now we'll look at the Chargers offense. They get ready for their first possession of the second half. They were able to get the ball back here, didn't surrender any points. Now they'll look to add to that lead.
Now, how about the boost the defense gave them? Going right out on the field, shutting them down, not giving up any points, and turning the ball back over. They want to do their part now and show them a little respect and some gratitude by scoring some points.
And to get a little more cushion. Herbert going to lead up the Chargers here, first and 10 at the 41-yard line. And he takes it past the 45 and down at the 46. Yeah, give him 4 yards there. It'll be second and 6.
A nice play design there with the touch pass. Looked good at the start, but bottom line, the defense was ready.
And they did a nice job scouting, didn't they? Not just scouting, but now executing once they saw the play for real after having worked on it all week in practice. They drilled on the play, then they drilled him.
Looking to throw on second down. Herbert, and he almost had it defensively. Could have been a game changer there in this second half. Instead, it's third down.
You're down 2 touchdowns. You just know defensively you absolutely have to come up with a big play. That nearly was one right there.
Looked over at the sideline immediately after the drop and just saw the dejection. They felt it. They thought he had it. Unfortunately, couldn't come up with it. And he comes back with one complete. And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. Nice third down conversion and even 20 yards.
And now we get into the psychology of the whole thing, because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the third quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point, this is a great spot for them to go into attack mode, really try and put the hammer down and finish this one off.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Out of the gun, Herbert. That's into the hands of Eckler. Touchdown, L.A. Austin Eckler, 35 yards. For the Chargers, they're able to widen their lead.
And that's a drive that makes everyone happy on that bench because they accomplish exactly what they set out to do. Take care of the football, eat up a little clock, end up in the end zone. Now they've got a cushion for the rest of the game. So they didn't just help themselves offensively, they helped their defense out as well.
No real hesitation from Anthony Lynn. They're going to go for 2.
Let's go, defense.
A shotgun snap for Herbert. And he's got it. So the try for 2 successful. And that bumps their lead up even further. So they elect to pass there on the 2-point try. Sometimes could prove risky. There it worked out.
Yeah, and I love how you bring up that it can prove risky because if you get it intercepted and they return it, that's 2 points for the defense, but not on that play.
Dustin Hopkins.
Following the touchdown, Dustin Hopkins will kick it away. The return man, Wilson. And out a little across the 25 to the 27.
On the return, the Bengals take over 1st and 10. At their own.
Now the Cincinnati offense ready to see what they can do here. These guys had to punt last time. It has not been a very fruitful game offensively thus far. They haven't even made a trip to the red zone.
And I know that everyone's going crazy on that sideline because that drives you berserk to come off the field, not really move the ball well. As you said, not even get to the red zone, let alone, not even put points on the board. They've got to just take a deep breath, relax, try and figure out what is working and call more of that.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. And that'll be incomplete.
Another attempt, another incompletion. And when I look at the scoreboard and where we are in this game, it comes to mind that they have to start getting the ball in the hands of their playmakers. Throw it to the guys that maybe can take a short pass and turn it into a long gain or make people miss downfield. They've got to have points. And the guys who can put the ball in the end zone, they're the ones that need to touch the ball.
Now left side, a completion to his tight end. 9 yards, and that leaves him just short, so it'll be 3rd and less than a yard.
And he's the epitome of what we call the move tight end, a guy that you can line up anywhere, in the slot, out wide, in tight, doesn't really matter because he has such great skills. You want to utilize him in all aspects of your passing offense.
And there he was in the slot for the catch. He can run for it, and he will. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. A nice job there on the escape and scramble. A first down, a 16-yard gain.
Normally we're talking about a quarterback duel where they're matching each other pass for pass. How about the footwork in this one? Both of these guys running the ball well.
Yeah, they mixed in the run game. You're exactly right. Now, both coaches might not like how much their quarterbacks have taken off, but another example right there of just good mobility. So from Charger territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 47. Oh, he's got some breathing room. 20. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or 2 shy of the 10. 36 yards on the play. So that one just a little touch pass, but it paid off quite handsomely.
Yeah, and let's face it, the quarterback loves it because it pads his stats as a completed pass for nice yardage downfield. But I like the way they get the receiver in motion. It's almost like he's running a route before he gets the football because he's got a full head of steam when the ball is popped in his direction.
They'll look to throw here on 1st down. He gets this in the hands of Mixon. The completion, but they go in the wrong direction. A loss of yards, and now they're dealing with a 2nd and long.
Well, I know it goes against the instincts of the person catching the ball because all you're ever taught is catch the football, don't drop it.
But drop it there.
Yeah, in that situation, dropping it would have been better. End up losing yardage, even though they completed the pass.
As good as a sack.
Yeah, how about that? Although they won't get the same credit for it, and it won't help them at contract time.
This will be caught just inside the 10. A good display of power, but it will only get him just inside the 5 to the 4. Give him 7 on the play, and it'll be 3rd down.
It's funny, throughout the time that we've been together, when we talk with running backs about the ability to catch the ball, their eyes light up when they talk about open field and having one-on-one matchups, don't they?
Yeah, they do. And that's the reason why. What we just saw, shedding those tackles, and that's what they're used to doing.
It is, and it starts at the beginning of the play. One-on-one matchup if someone's trying to cover them, but they also like those one-on-ones downfield after the catch when they're running with the ball. They think they're going to win those too.
And he will take it on in for a Bengals touchdown. Taking it in from 4 yards out, and the Bengals are able to draw a bit closer.
Well, I'd have to say that for him, that was an all-encompassing drive because it was his arm that got his team down to that point, but his legs that finished the deal. Give him credit for making it happen.
Now for the point after. It's up, it's good, and that'll cut the lead to 21-7. So that drives 7 plays in length, and it results in a 4-yard touchdown run. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. Fielded just outside the goal line. And they will wrangle it down a couple yards shy of the 30.
1st and 10 at their own 28-yard line.
L.A. readies for its next possession.
Their lead down to 2 scores after the touchdown a moment ago as they start with a 1st and 10. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain.
Now that's the way you want to start a drive. Talk about a tone setter as well as a playbook opener. Now if you want to take a big shot over the top, you're all positioned to do so.
So not quite a 1st down just yet as they come up on 2nd and less than a yard. From the gun, Herbert. That's complete to the tight end, Everett. And getting this just shy of midfield, they'll spot it at the 49. 12 yards there and a 1st down.
Nice job there of utilizing his big target, and he didn't overthink it. Understands the catch radius, understands that he knows how to use his body to keep defenders away from the ball, and puts it right out there for the nice pickup.
Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on 1st down. Operating from the gun, Herbert. And he's got his favorite target yet again. It's complete. And he'll get it down to the 47 here. They'll contain him to just 4. 2nd down.
I always laugh when people say, what's the toughest route to defend? And I'm like, any of them, especially if it's a good receiver. That makes things very difficult. But when you're running a drag route, something short, shallow, going through defenders, using guys almost as screens in order to get open, that makes things tough for guys trying to get to the football.
And a 5-yard gain gets him to the 42.
Complete to Austin.
That might feel like a little bit of a lost opportunity there for the offense because the defense brought pressure that time. And sometimes against that, you can get out to your running back, and it could turn into a big gain downfield. But what a nice job they did getting to him quickly and holding him to a short gain.
3rd and 2, Herbert. Oh, incomplete. Nearly the pick they needed. They would have loved one there, but at least it does get them to 4th down.
You can tell they wanted to get that ball downfield, but they had nothing working in the secondary, so he dropped it off to the running back. That one ended up incomplete.
Feeling like they're not quite in field goal range yet. They're going to go for it on 4th. They snap it to Herbert. They'll find Everett there, complete. The 4th down play doesn't work for the Chargers, and the Bengals will get the football back. Even though they didn't get it, probably the right call. Too long for a field goal and just not a whole lot to gain from a punt there.
Yeah, you wouldn't have really netted very much yardage if you punt the ball, right? And the thing about a field goal, and you know this from so much experience, the longer the field goal, the lower it comes out off the kick, right? Which means it's got a better chance of being blocked. So you're taking a chance either way. I like the fact they went for it.
A very good starting field position for the Bengals here as they come up 1st and 10 at the 41-yard line. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves them with 2 to go on 2nd down.
The tackle made just shy of midfield. 8 yards on the pickup. Brings up 2nd and 2. That's the end of the 3rd quarter.
And they won't be able to run another play. Time has expired on this 3rd quarter. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Second and 2. He'll find his running back, Joe Mixon. Stiff-armed another.
You know how hard it is to fight that off?
And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. A very nice pickup of 33 yards.
He was not the primary target. They expected to get the ball downfield. Instead, checked it down. An old coach of mine used to say to us all the time, when they check it down, that should end the down. In this case, though, he foiled that in a big way and turned it into a big play.
So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on 1st down. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. That is caught inside the 5. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Bengal TD. An 18-yard touchdown grab. And the Bengals able to get this back within a touchdown.
For good reason, quarterbacks want to get the ball to the perimeter to their wide receivers for big plays. But in this situation, it felt like, based on coverage, he knew that he wanted his tight end to have the football, and for good reason.
Now the try here for the extra point. It's up and good. This becomes a 21-14 ball game now. So they only needed 3 plays on that drive. And it ends with a Bengals score. This game back within a touchdown now as the kickoff's away.
Fielded just outside the goal line. And he takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26.
At their own 26-yard line.
Here's a Los Angeles offense as they get set to take possession. This game is really flipped on its head. 2 unanswered touchdowns by the other side, and now they take over here with just a very slim one-score lead.
And we've seen this how many times now? Teams get a big lead, they go into coast mode, and all of a sudden they're scrambling and battling for a win down the stretch. They've got to put something together right here, otherwise they're in danger of doing the old snatching defeat from the jaws of victory.
On first down, it's Herbert. Wide open, it's Allen, complete. And they work this well upfield across the 45.
Complete.
A good pickup there at 22.
Well, how about this aggressive approach? Got the lead, fourth quarter, continuing to throw the football. Are you thinking about Super Bowl 51? Atlanta had the lead against New England, and they ended up giving it up?
I was going to say don't say it, but you did say it.
I did, didn't I?
Yeah, anybody watching Atlanta, our apologies.
They couldn't ask for much more to this point in the second half. A gorgeous day, one-score game. 1st and 10 here.
Now this one to his tight end out on the right side. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. Another good gain. That's now 35 yards combined on those last 2 plays.
Another nice pickup through the air, and I think a lot of people might expect them to run the ball in this situation, Brandon, but this lead, they're electing to throw the football. Swings, slants, quick outs, things that they consider safe.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Five yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain, considering the blitz that they just had against them.
Second and 5.
Herbert back to the air. He'll get this to Eckler. They'll get a couple yards on that one, and that'll bring up a third down.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They've become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
Herbert on third down now. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he is going to have the Chargers first down by about 3 yards or so as they wind up getting 7 there on 3rd and 4.
Couldn't just sit on it here, could they? Had to throw the ball on third down. Got the big completion in the pickup. Fresh set of downs now. They've got to feel great.
And defensively a backbreaker. And he's going to lose yards. They take him down at the 26. That one unable to develop, never got going. A loss of a couple, and it's second down.
Sometimes you just sit back and marvel at what he can do defensively. Speed, strength, quickness, he's the whole package. And that package just wrapped up the runner for a loss.
This drive's taken more than 3 minutes off the clock already as they come up on second down. Again, Herbert. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete. He was looking for Mike Williams that time, and that'll make it third down.
Well, we always talk about how you've got to be quick when you go through your progressions, and here's another prime example. Trying to look downfield, he was standing in the pocket, but just couldn't find anyone open, could he?
No, not enough time. They hit him and forced that incompletion. Going to throw on third down with Herbert. That's going to be complete to his tight end, Everett. And he gets it all the way down inside the 10 and mark him at the 5. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. He's been the go-to guy. They needed a big play there on third down. Went his way. It worked out.
Doesn't matter whether they've scouted it or that they think he's going to get the ball. He has a knack for finding his way open and completing the connection.
So 1st and goal, 6 points here would go a long way toward wrapping this one up. Herbert throwing again. Flush to it, and he's in for a Charger touchdown. A 5-yard touchdown run, and the Chargers find a way to stretch their lead. I'm pretty sure that was a passing play, but he took off pretty quickly and ran with it.
Love his decisiveness on it, because you're exactly right. He was supposed to go back in the pocket and survey the field and throw the football. But when that hole opened, he just said, forget it, let's go. And boy, did that work out well.
On is Hopkins now for the extra point. He's got it as they double up the lead. This one's now 28-14. A good drive that time as they go 9 plays in all. And it's finished off with a 5-yard touchdown run. Following the touchdown, Dustin Hopkins will kick it away. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line.
The Bengals take over 1st and 10 at their own 26.
The Bengals getting set to go. And they had to wait a long time to get the football back. Probably not what you were hoping for when you got an offense that's humming.
Agreed. What you were looking for is a defense get the ball back pretty quickly, right? Hoping for a 3 and out. So that didn't happen. You can't yell at your D for that. They've got to take care of their own business and reestablish themselves now that they're back on the field.
They'll try and start this drive in the air. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
Even without a ton of pressure in his face, it just shows how difficult it is to pick apart his own defense. Those guys are sitting back, and they're not playing receivers as much as they're playing the eyes of the quarterback and when he delivers the ball.
Once again, they'll come up on the 26-yard line, 2nd and 10. Stepping up, he'll try and run. The improv act there, good for 9, and now they'll be looking at a 3rd and short, 3rd and 1.
By Chris Harris. A gain of 9 brings up 3rd and 1.
And the Bengals on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. They need just a yard here. It's 3rd and 1. And the throw there going to be incomplete. And that one off the mark. A little late with the throw.
Incomplete. Kenneth Murray on the coverage.
All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. Got to try it here. He's back to throw. And it's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And he goes out right around the 39. A time to pull out the stops is now, and they convert there on 4th down. Clock management definitely critical here if they want to get back in this game.
Absolutely agreed. They have to up the tempo in this case, down a couple of scores. Want to make sure they have a chance to win this ball game.
They'll look to throw now on 1st down. And nearly picked off. Surprising to see a defender of his caliber let it get away, but it does get away and it's 2nd down.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes, but the best part for him, he's got 2nd and 3rd down to fall back on.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Now a quick slant as the throw's complete. And he'll be stopped right at midfield. 11 yards there, 1st down. That's just his 2nd catch of the game. They wanted to keep him silent. They have kept him silent.
Defensive football 101. Don't let the best player on offense beat you. Take him out of the game, and they've done a great job of doing that.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. They'll set up the screen here to Mixon. And he'll go down inside the 45 before going out of bounds. That will go as a pickup of 7 on the 7th play of the drive.
Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
Able to get 7 on that 1st down pass play. 2nd and 3. And here's a throw taken in by Boyd. That throw good for only a couple. It brings up 3rd down. They like going to him in the slot. He catches another one.
I think this comes under the heading of until they stop him, why not go back to him? He has something going really well. Great working relationship with the guy throwing the ball, and they keep making the connection.
Now the Bengals on 3rd down, 2 for 5 to this point. They're up against a 3rd and 1 situation. Escaping the pressure right. He may try and run for this. Good coverage downfield led to him taking off, picking up the 1st down on a 13-yard run.
When they watch film of this game and hand out the grade sheets, he's going to really like getting a double plus on this play. Why? He scrambles and picks up a 1st down. But what else does he do? Protects himself by sliding and avoiding the big hit. Double plus, big-time play.
Two minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So the Bengals in possession of the football here as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Throwing on 1st down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. T. Higgins was the intended target, and that'll bring up 2nd down.
Not only did he have a chance to scan the field there, it felt like he had a chance to scan it twice. The protection was that good. Unfortunately for him, the coverage downfield, equally good.
So now they'll come up on 2nd and 10, once again from the 28. Now a toss left side into the hands of his tight end. And he will take it on in for a Bengals touchdown.
I'm not sure win-win is the proper term here, but it certainly felt like it. They got the touchdown they needed. But if I'm on the defensive side of the ball, okay, you got the touchdown, but it sure took you a long time.
Yeah, because offensively there, you're probably hoping for a 1 to 5 play drive. That one ate up a little more time than they were hoping.
You're exactly right, and if you have that 1 to 5 play drive, you actually build up momentum and even more hope. When they had to slog their way downfield, they got the touchdown, but it's almost like, yeah, you know,
doesn't feel right.
Exactly.
But still an important piece of business to take care of, the extra point. He's got it, and they're back within a touchdown at 28-21. So that one a long 11-play drive. And it's finished off with a Cincinnati touchdown. This game back within a touchdown now as the kickoff's away. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25.
The Chargers take over 1st and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
And now out on the field, here comes Los Angeles. And this game not quite over yet. And we'll likely see them take all 3 timeouts defensively, so they can't just kneel this one out. They're going to have to try to run a few plays.
You're exactly right. They've got to get a first down and make them use up all their timeouts in order to feel like they have this one in hand.
With the late lead, Herbert's going to throw it. And his throw is incomplete. You and I watched film yesterday, and you told me to watch his feet. Well, for whatever reason, his footwork just looked off on that throw.
And you always love it when an ex-defensive back talks quarterback mechanics, right?
Well, but you're good at it.
Well, I try, all right? I don't know how good I am, but it doesn't take much to tell. His mechanics are off a little bit, exactly what you described. Footwork, that led to the incompletion.
Now he'll escape to his left. And they work this well upfield across the 45. Now the Bengals going to use the first of their timeouts as he'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. Herbert now to throw. Man open left side, it's Williams. The Bengals going to use the second of their timeouts, and they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the first down. Victory formation time for the Chargers. They take a knee. Now the Bengals going to signal for their 3rd and final timeout as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. Victory formation time for the Chargers. They take a knee. And on 3rd down, a nickel formation here defensively. Herbert to a knee, and that should just about write it into this one.
Yeah, it's fun to kneel down in front of your home crowd, but when you go on the road, that band of brothers attitude, right, just us against the world, and get it done, how happy are they?
I remember a coach at a previous stop telling me, you get a win on the road, doesn't matter the opponent, get out of there like you stole something, and they did in this one. Here's Ty Long now, as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. And now where will the side judge stop his walk? That's the question. He says it crossed out of bounds at about the 17-yard line.
28, Bengals.
But, Charles, a one-score game. Down to the end we went. They had one final play in that one-score game. We all knew what was coming, the Hail Mary. They just couldn't get it done.
Wasn't exactly complicated, was it? We all knew, as you said, and go long and see if we can find someone open. They didn't get it done. Someone's happy. Someone is not.
So that'll do it for us. For Charles Davis and all our crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. With that, we say so long from Cincinnati.